Samsung has been refreshing their M series and now it's time for the Galaxy M20 to get the update treatment. This is Samsung's Galaxy M21. I've shown it to you guys in an earlier video, but today, as promised, here's the unboxing and a more in-depth look at Samsung's new mid-ranger. And hey, while we're at it, let's also give one away. Stay tuned till the end of the video for more information on the giveaway. And hey guys, Ash here from C4eTech, and if you do end up liking what you see in this video, please consider turning on notifications by hitting that bell icon. Let's now get to the unboxing. Samsung seems to have gone with a fun, vibrant theme for the M series. The box itself is very colorful. Of course, we have branding on the front and sides. 15,500 is the MRP mentioned on the box. It's a little less expensive than that. This is the 6128 variant, the midnight blue. Cutting through the seal, opening up the box, we are greeted by the M21 itself. And there's another envelope. This one contains the SIM ejector pin, as well as the warranty card, quick start guide, the region lock guides, the regular stuff. Setting aside the paperwork, let's take the protective plastic off the shiny new M21. Removing the sticker as well. This glossy blue that Samsung calls midnight blue, it's pretty reflective. Let's switch this phone on and get back to the box. We have a 15-watt adaptive fast charger, and that's followed by a USB Type-C cable. So that's it for the box contents. Returning back to the Galaxy M21, there are a lot of changes here compared to the M20. The first one being the back design. Like we saw in the previous video, we now have a raised rectangular camera bump that's more in line with Samsung's design philosophy for 2020. To be fair, we have seen this exact design in late 2019 as well. The Galaxy M30s looks incredibly similar to the new M21. Now, in our M30s review, we've mentioned the all-plastic build having a bit of creaky sound along the middle. Well, I'm glad to report that's no longer the problem with the M21. Despite holding a 6000 mAh battery, it is just 8.9 millimeters thick, and the plastic itself feels sturdy in hand, and the buttons are nice and clicky, quite tactile. We have the power and volume keys to the right. The top is left clean, save for the noise cancelling microphone. We have a tray to the left, triple slots. So yep, there is dedicated microSD support here as well. And finally, the speaker, the primary microphone, USB Type-C port, and 3.5mm headphone jack, they reside at the bottom. Turning the M21 around to the front, we have a 6.4-inch Infinity U panel. And again, there's a major change from the M20. Gone's the Infinity V panel. This has been replaced by the Infinity U, and the tech this time, instead of LCD, we get Super AMOLED. This has got to be one of the best displays that we can find in this budget segment. Lively colors, deep blacks. Samsung doesn't seem to have cut any corners, or rather, any pixels here. This is a Full HD Plus panel with a peak 420 nit brightness level. There is even wideband L1 support. So from a media consumption perspective, the M21 rather seems to be excellent. This amazing display is also accompanied by Dolby Atmos support for headphones. On the performance side of things, we have the Exynos 9611 SoC here. This is a pretty substantial upgrade over the Exynos 7904 on the M20. Do remember that the 9611 is also a 7 series chip, and hence the middling numbers. That said, the Exynos 9611 should still be able to handle all day-to-day tasks just fine. We've seen that in the past. Another thing we've seen in the past is the highly optimized One UI 2.0 that runs the show here. We get easy one-hand usage, a dark mode, support for always-on display functionality, and all the regular functions they return here. On the gaming side of things, it's the Mali G72 MP3 running the show. It's able to handle pretty much all games here. Call of Duty Mobile run without a hitch. That being said, graphics by default, they're not maxed out. For example, with Call of Duty, it was at medium FPS. The game launcher app on the M21 also deserves a mention. It shows us how much time we've spent on each game every day. It can also connect with Discord. On top of that, it's also got a leaderboard for most popular games of the day. While the software here is really good, the hardware might not be enough to keep you happy if you're an avid gamer. So who is the M21 for? Well, anyone who wants long battery life. The M21 comes with an absolutely humongous 6000 mAh battery. That's practically unheard of in this price segment. Of course, the only other phone to sport such a high capacity battery is its stablemate, the M31. Going by how well the Galaxy M31 did in our drain test, where it lasted 10.5 hours to beat out every other popular mid-ranger. Now check out that video if you haven't yet, here's a card. Based on that, I expect the M21 to perform as well too. With charging, as we've seen in our charging video, if the M31's charging times are anything to go by, the 15-watt adaptive fast charger should take quite a while to charge the M21. Over 3 hours is what it took for the M31. Now, I'd love to see Samsung go faster with charging speeds in the future. Now remember when I said there's just one more phone out there with a 6000 mAh battery in this price range, and that's the M31? Well, that is not exactly true. There is one other phone from Samsung themselves, and that's the C4E award-winning Galaxy M30s. Now, some of you might have already picked up on that fact when we said the M21 kind of looked like a reflection of the M30s. Well, it turns out the internals are the same too, and so is the M21 just a rebranded M30s? Not quite. There is one major difference, and that is what we're going to get to next. The front camera, in this tiny notch up top, we now have a 20 megapixel selfie camera that can take some amazing selfies like these. Pretty well detailed, right? So this is an upgrade not just from the 8 megapixel selfie snapper on the M20, but also the 16 megapixel unit found on the M30s. This 20 megapixel camera also helps with face unlock, and in my time with it, I found it to be pretty quick. Samsung has also added a nice little animation while face unlock is scanning for a face. It's a small little touch, but I liked it, so I thought I'd give it a mention. Strengthening biometric security is the capacitive fingerprint scanner to the back, and that wraps it up for the rest of the phone. Well, let's now talk about the main attraction here, the triple rear cameras. This is something we did discuss in my previous video as well, so let me fill in some of the extra details this time. As you guys already know, this is a 48 megapixel sensor. Samsung has it paired with the f2.0 lens. It seems to perform well under good lighting conditions. Samsung's also offering a dedicated night mode that seems to brighten up the images under low light. The secondary sensor has also been upgraded. It's now an 8 megapixel sensor paired with the ultra-wide 119 degree f2.2 lens. The colors are very typically Samsung, quite punchy, just like with the primary camera. The third sensor here, it's a 5 megapixel depth sensor. It helps with edge reduction while taking portrait pictures. No, it's not just that, we have live focus on the M21. That means we can switch the amount of bokeh in an image even after we've taken the shot. Live focus also lets us change the bokeh pattern. This leads to some interesting images like these. When it comes to video, there are two standout features. First is the ability to shoot 4K video with the primary sensor. And then number two is super steady, and this is a Samsung flagship feature that has kind of trickled down to the budget segment. It removes virtually any shake from the footage, and it's quite useful depending on the situation. Overall, it seems like we have very promising optics here on the M21, and I'll have more for you guys in the full review. And with that, finally we get to pricing. And this is one time I'm not going to say, as always, I don't have the pricing, because Samsung did give us the pricing, though I am shooting this video before the official announcement. The Galaxy M21 starts at $12,999 for the 464 variant. The 464 M21 is priced exactly the same as the M30s base variant. So it's like Samsung's providing a free upgrade to the M30s, adding a better selfie camera. So what do you think about this? What are your thoughts on the Galaxy M21? Is this something that interests you? Is it a phone you'd probably pick up if you're shopping around for a phone in this segment? Let me know in the comments below, and I will have more of my views once I've spent some time with this and I'm ready to review this phone. And now let's talk giveaway. Just head on over to the link in the description below. Make sure you're subscribed to C4E Tech. Answer a couple of simple questions to prove that you aren't a bot. And that's all. It counts as an entry. And this giveaway will run from today to the 15th of April 2020. And by 16th, a winner will be chosen at random and you will get a new Samsung Galaxy M21. The winner will be announced via Twitter. And if you aren't on Twitter, you can use the same link you used to enter to check out the winning entry. If you want to improve your chances, there are some extra entries like following us on socials, but they're totally optional. And I guess that's pretty much it. Good luck with the giveaway. And I guess we are at the end of this video. Thumbs up, thumbs down based on whatever you felt about it. Subscribe, turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon if you haven't yet. And thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4E Tech. And I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day.